Julius Malema is one of my favorite Pan-African leaders in our time. He is well versed in his history. He knows what we as African, we as people need. However, in this particular issue, I disagree with him. Let me explain. Julius Malema made a statement criticizing Ghana's decision to evacuate some of its citizens from South Africa following growing fear over the xenophobic violence in that country. Malema questioned the timing of the evacuation, saying that Ghana's response risked escalating tensions and creating negative perceptions about South Africans. Malema went on to say that Ghana's response was not necessary at that moment. Malema believes that Ghana response creates a perception that all South Africans are xenophobic. Malema said Ghana should have given South Africans authorities more time to address the situation internally through dialogue and law enforcement. Malema expressed that the leaders of Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, believe that legal, documented Ghanaians migrant who feels unsafe should be able to go seek protection from the police and other security agencies without fear. Statement came after hundreds of Ghanaians began to leave South Africa amid concern over anti-immigrant protests and reports of attacks against foreign nationals. The thing is, my brother, your party is not in power, and I wish you guys were in charge. You know, this has been going on for a long time now. Everyone in South Africa, in Africa, and around the globe has seen and witnessed Black Africans, migrants being mistreated, assaulted, humiliated, and their property destroyed for months and months and months. We have seen criminals in the streets with weapons looking for other Africans. My brother Malema, tell us how much longer the South African government needs. How long should Ghana have waited before starting to evacuate its citizens? Is it before it's too late or before someone is unalive? All South African governments were doing during this period was not to address the issue, was not to protect the citizens, the other Africans who were being humiliated, who were being assaulted by vigilantes. But what they were doing was just to defend their citizens by saying that South Africans are not xenophobic. No one. Absolutely no one believes that all South Africans are xenophobic. We know that not all South Africans are taking part in the humiliation and the assault against other Africans. To continue defending its citizens, the South African government stated that the protest is one of the rights granted to South African citizens by the South African Constitution. That is great. But I am sure and I believe the South African Constitution does not give any South African citizens a green light to go ahead and assault everybody, anybody, whatever and whatever they want. That is not how it works at all. This law, the Constitution that you are talking about, I am sure, I have not read it, but I am sure somewhere in it, it protects other non-South Africans as well. You see, both the South Africans and the Ghanaian governments are making political decisions. They are consciously deciding whether to react or not. President Ramaphosa made a decision not to take action. He made a conscious decision not to take action. All right. And they made a conscious decision not to punish those criminals who are taking the law into their own hands. You may ask, why would South African government do that? The answer is really simple. It's because they do not want to anger the South Africans. The president wants to be popular. He and his political parties want to make their voters, their constituents happy. In the case of Ghana, even though it is the job of the Ghanaians government to protect its people, to look after their well-being, their best interests, Ghanaians government had to make a well-calculated decisions as well. They made a decision to bring their citizen home now. What is the result? What is the result that doing this, Ghanaians government bringing their people home, what did they gain? Look their popularity. Now President John Mahama and his minister Samuel Ablakwa are really popular now, right now in Ghana. So both nations made decisions that work for them in their respective countries. So I don't think Julius Malema's criticism is valid and fair here at all. It's not fair. It's not valid at all. At the same time, if anyone deserves to criticize Ghana or any African countries regarding African issues, it's Julius Malema, because he will tell you the truth, no matter who you are. Watch this speech Malema gave during the funeral of one of the EFF members of the weekend.
Fighters here in Eastern Cape who have no reason to be xenophobic. What do you mean by that? Because Amaxhosa are found in Zimbabwe. Abumpofu bakhona apha eZimbabwe. So when you say asibafuni mabahambe, usho ukuthi everyone who has got a surname that sounds like Zimbabwean must go. It means the Mpofus here must also live. Abantwana bomzilikazi from the Zulu nation are found in Zimbabwe. The Tsongas in Limpopo and Guyana, they are found in Mozambique. The Basutus in Free State and parts of Matatiele, here in Eastern Cape, are found in Lesotho. They are your relatives. You've got children with them. Some of you during weekends, you even cross to go into an event across the fence. Without a passport. Mara just yesterday. You are not aware. Someone has come to fool you and make you think there is a big problem for you to fight with your own neighbors. You said they take jobs. I asked the question. 300 Ghanaians went back to Ghana 3 days ago. Show me 300 jobs which were created after those 3 Ghanaians left. Say no, Mahama took 300 people back to Ghana. And as a result, here are 300 jobs that we created. Because Batatemi 7 yet. Which jobs are they taking from you? Who wants to do these jobs that these people don't pay for? Because these people who come from outside South Africa, they are the ones who do those jobs during harvesting season in Stellenbosch, where they are not paid anything. And you will never want to do that job because we know our rights. We don't want slaves jobs. We want jobs that have got appointment letter with benefits, with pension funds, a letter that can confirm that you are economically active. Not jobs that are going to exploit South Africans. That's why you will never go back to take those jobs. In Alexander, 1 year, they took away the Zimbabweans and foreigners who were selling apples and tomatoes on the streets. Said, Mabahambe, let them go out. After they chased them away, no South African went to that space to sell tomatoes and apples. Abantu base Alex were saying, hey, you know, we now travel long distance to go and get tomato. Because when you remove them, you must go in and sell tomatoes. Stellan Davin has got 500 million to give you to start those spaza shops, to occupy those streets and sell. But they will never give you that money. It goes into their pockets. We're told 500 million is out. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to fight for spaza shop. I'm fighting for a mine. I'm fighting for a bank. That's why they divert you into spaza shops, because they don't want you to concentrate on the real economy. They want you to fight over crumbs while they are continuing to eat.
So I hope those South Africans who are saying that there is no xenophobia in South Africa can reflect on Julius Malema's speech and come to the truth. Come to the truth, man. Come to the truth. Xenophobia exists almost everywhere. So you cannot deny that xenophobia exists in South Africa. We don't believe that all South Africans are xenophobic. But does it exist there? Yes. It exists almost everywhere. So let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest with ourselves and recognize the truth. Malema is telling you the truth. During the same speech, he warned you. Malema warned you to stop the hate. And he said if you don't stop, after you are done with the other Africans, you will turn against each other in tribalism.
Stop the hate. Because from xenophobia, it's going to be tribalism. It's already tribalism somewhere in KZN where vendors are being beaten. South Africans, anyone who can't speak Zulu is being beaten up. You cannot promote hate. It doesn't matter how hungry you are. Even in your hunger, you must never hate. You can hate me for telling you not to hate. Why must I tell you to hate? I must tell you to love. And when I tell you to love, it means you must love yourself first before you can love other people. You are hating on other people because you are hating yourself. How will I differentiate in this hall? Who's close?
So please, my fellow Africans, listen to Malema. Whether you like him or not, you know he is telling you the truth. Therefore, take his advice. So, in conclusion, the Ghanaians government did the right thing. Imagine seeing your fellow citizens going through it in a foreign land. Obviously, this was the right thing. I would support the Ghanaian government's decision all day, every day. Ghana had no choice but to react the way it did. I applaud the President John Mahama and his Minister of Foreign Affairs for their excellent work. This is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. I will see you in the next video.